Hi guys, and welcome to the vlog. Today is room transformation day and I'm so excited. I've been waiting so long for this to finally happen. So I've been collecting things for a long time now and I finally feel like I have mostly everything. There's some little details that I'll be adding in later, but right now I have like the majority of everything that I want here and ready to transform my room. So I'm like, why wait any longer? I want to transform my room in like the next 24 hours. So I'm gonna try to do my best to change everything. That includes like paint the walls, like so many different things that I want to do in 24 hours. So hopefully by tomorrow this time my room will be transformed. I can't wait. I'm so excited. There's a lot of things that I want to do and one of the big things is painting my whole room. So first I was just going to do an accent wall right here. I'm going to be doing like Roman clay on this back wall. I'm still going to be doing that, but now I also decided to just go ahead and paint my other walls, all of them white, because they're already white right now, but they just need a fresh coat of paint. You know, a fresh coat of paint never hurts a space. It makes it feel so refreshed, I feel like. So I'm like, you know what, why not? I've already committed to doing this. So I'm just like, let's just go all out and let's go ahead and paint the walls too. Okay, so here's a little before of my room. I'm gonna be changing the curtains also, and you see those little things up there, those little like holders. I'm gonna be changing that also. This dresser is probably gonna stay the same, but I'm hoping to change this mirror also, but I need to find something for that. I'm gonna be changing this rug down here. So there's gonna be a lot of stuff to do, so let's get started because I want to, you know, finish this as quickly as possible. First step is gonna be painting the walls white. Before I even do the accent wall, I'm gonna just paint all the walls white. I need to start emptying out this room a little bit. I'm not gonna be able to move my bed. I'm not gonna take my bed down, so that's gonna be a little bit of a hard thing to do. I'm gonna have to like put some sheets over it, but I'm gonna move it around, but I'm not gonna take down my bed because that was like, it took a long time to put that together. So I'm not gonna do that, but I'm gonna start clearing out this room a little bit and covering whatever I can't move. If it's like too big or too heavy, I'm gonna just like cover it with like sheets or something just to avoid any paint possibly like splattering on it. Okay, let's start getting some of these things out of here. Taking off these lights from my room. I don't know if you can see them. They're on right now, but since it's daytime, I don't know if you can tell, but they were nice to have, but honestly, I barely use them because you have to come here and actually like physically turn them on and off every time. And I feel like if they had a remote, I would have probably used it a lot more. Cute, but time to go. Okay, I changed into my painting clothes. I've used this in the past, so I was just like, you know what, let me just use it again, put my hair up, so I am ready to get to painting. I covered up my bed and some of the bigger furniture items that I don't want to move out because they're just so heavy and so huge. So these are just really old sheets that my mom didn't want anymore, so she just was going to throw these out, honestly. So we're gonna cover up the bigger items like that. And so first we're gonna paint like this wall over here, so that's why we pushed everything that way, and then we'll do the same thing once we paint that other wall, and then that one also. We put our blue tape down and getting ready to patch up some holes. We're gonna patch up just these little holes like this of like different things that I had a mirror hanging here. And then look, when I moved the desk, like all this, that's why I wanna paint my walls, because all this stuff like this, I'm just like, you know, just start fresh with some new paint. Okay, this is the paint we are using. It's a pure white, which I think my walls already are that color. So let's see, but let's get started. Update, it's going good. I've gotten more paint on me than I think ever. I have so much paint on me everywhere. And this is the wall that we finished, and honestly it took forever because this one you have to do like the windows, the inside of the window sills and all that, the bottom, the top, taking like, you know, trying to be really neat. So we finished this wall. Next is this wall, which is going to be a lot easier, and then we're going to call it a night. And my dad has been helping me so much, so thank you so much to my dad for helping me. And then tomorrow we're going to continue painting the rest. The next day, and we are back at Home Depot because we need to get some more paint, because yesterday we were painting and we did about half of my room, pretty much. I would say maybe a little bit more than half, and then we ran out of paint. And also we were tired, so we were just going to call it a day anyways. And then today the goal is to just finish painting the room completely. And yeah, and so it took us a little bit longer because we had to put the blue tape down, take out some things from my room, cover the bed and all the other furniture that was there. So all that stuff kind of took a lot of time. So today we're hoping to get a lot more done than we did yesterday. Okay, we had to go to a couple stores because they didn't have the paint, which is just white paint, but for some reason they were sold out of it at the first store. So we went to the second store and luckily they had it. We got some more blue tape, prepped our wall, and now we are ready for painting round 2. Let's go. So the way we split up the work with my dad is that I was doing the edges. So this was all the edges, the top, the sides, and then even the bottom. So then once I was done, I would switch over and start working on the edges on the other side, and then my dad would come in and paint pretty much the whole wall. So once again, shout out to my dad because he honestly did most of the work. Thank you so much, Dad, for helping me. And then, yep, so here's me on the other side of the room, just doing the other edges around the door and everything. And even the moldings, I painted them white, and I am so happy I did because it looks so nice now. Okay, we're finally on the part that I've been waiting for the most and I've been the most excited for, but also the most nervous, and it's doing the Roman clay to my wall back there, which is going to be the wall behind my bed and everything. And I have the Roman clay ready. It's my first time ever doing this, so I am a little bit nervous. I'm going to be using the Pertola Paints Roman clay, and the color that I'm using is Brooks. So it's supposed to be a very subtle, it's not going to be like, it's like a white-ish kind of off-white color. So I'm just really looking to have, you know, like that dimension to the wall, but nothing too crazy. Like I know you could get another color like gray, or like people get like a green and it shows up a lot more, the design. So it's gonna be very subtle, but that's what I want, especially for my first time trying out Roman clay. So yeah, let's get started. Okay, putting on my gloves, trying to protect the nails at all costs, which by the way, they're still going strong. I watched so many tutorials online from lots of different people to kind of get a full perspective on like how to do this, but the technique that I'm using is what I saw on Pertola Paint's YouTube channel. Actually, they have a video with a tutorial, so I'm following that, and this is the technique that you use. And when I tell you though that this color of Roman clay was exactly the color of my wall, like I am not joking, it was an exact match. It was so hard to tell where I was painting. Time for a little water break. Yesterday when we were painting, I did not drink enough liquid. I didn't have my water with me, and then I was feeling like a little bit like dizzy and stuff. So anyways, this time I even have my water and also have this limonata. This lemonade is so good, so good. Okay, so let me show you guys where we're at with the Roman clay. We're kind of like halfway done. I don't know if you can tell, it's really hard to see. It's just layer one, so we've done like all of this. This part is like not completed yet, and then my dad was working on this side. So it's supposed to have like some texture. I'm honestly not seeing it yet. I don't know if it's gonna pull up on the camera, but we still need to do a second layer anyways. But yeah, basically when I bought this Roman clay, I thought that my walls were white. So this color Brooks is kind of like a eggshell, like off-white type of color. And again, I wanted it to be really subtle, so that's okay. Even if it like barely shows up, that's fine with me. But now when I was painting my walls white, I realized, and I left this one unpainted, I realized that it's actually not a white color. It's more of an off-white color itself. So literally this color Brooks matches my wall color almost exactly. So it's hard to even tell what we're doing when we're putting it on. It's really hard to see. But like I said, at the end, I'm hoping at least it gives it some texture and some like, it looks like some movement and just a little bit like cloudy. Like I would love that look for behind my bed. So anyways, hopefully that turns out. But yeah, just taking a little break right now, and then we're gonna finish up this first layer, which like I said, we're like, I want to say we're like 70% done. And then pretty much you can just go straight into doing the second layer. So then after that, I'm gonna leave it alone and see how it dries up. But yeah, we're gonna do the second layer and then that's it. So let's get back to work. Okay, small little update. We finished the wall completely doing the first layer, and that took about a little bit more than an hour. I want to say like maybe an hour and a half. So that really surprised me. I thought it was, like, just looking at this wall, I was thinking it was gonna take me like 4 hours to do the whole thing by myself. But then I had my dad's help, so that helped a lot. I started from the top corner down, and he started from the bottom corner going up. So I think that really helped. Now taking just a little bit of a break, I'm gonna rewatch some videos just to make sure I do the second layer correctly. I'm not sure if like you just do the same thing or whatever. I'm pretty sure you do, but just want to double check that. And then yeah, we'll check in, and it's very, very subtle. You honestly can't even tell the difference, I think, much. I'm seeing a little bit of texture coming through, which at the very minimum, that's all that I would hope for. So at the very minimum, just have some texture. Because again, I didn't want it to be super just like discreet. I just didn't want it to be, I didn't want to pick a color like gray or something and then make my room look smaller. That I want the whole reason I painted my walls white and everything, like a pure white, is because I want it to just look bigger and brighter in here. So yeah, at the very minimum, if there's a texture, like that would be fine with me. I'd be happy with that. But let's see how it turns out. This was like my first project ever doing Roman clay, so I'm up for like whatever happens. Okay, I'm back. I let the wall dry for like an hour or so, maybe an hour and 20 minutes, because they said to let it dry for at least an hour, or like an hour was all you really needed. So did that, and now I'm gonna go in for the second layer, and yeah, just gonna try to, I was like rewatching some videos just to make sure I do it right, but pretty much you just do the exact same thing for the second layer, just kind of like going in and like just putting it on, and yeah, hopefully the texture is supposed to come out a little bit more with the second layer. So let's see how that goes. The second layer did take a lot more time, and I feel like it was even harder than the first layer because now I really could not even see where I was painting. Like I couldn't really tell where I had like finished off. So I brought out my ring light and everything just to give more light because it started getting dark outside already. I was trying my best to kind of see where I was at and follow along with that. You can see me from time to time like touching the wall like this because I was just trying to feel like where I had left off so I can keep going based off of that point. Okay, finally finished. That took so long. I feel like this second round, well, let's see the time. Okay, so the second round definitely took a lot longer because I was trying to take my time with it more and like do a little bit of like more of the texture, kind of feel it out. So I finished completely. Now the whole wall is done. You probably can't really tell a difference on camera, but I feel like this half is a lot better than the half over there. So I'm actually gonna go over there and just do some like, just a little bit more right up there. I'm gonna try to like add a little bit more texture to it. But otherwise, I think that's gonna be a wrap on the Roman clay, and then we'll see when it dries how it looks tomorrow, even later tonight. But it's already getting dark outside. I've been working on this, I feel like pretty much all day. Well, I started around like 3 p.m. and it's 7:45. So, but I did leave it like an hour and 20 minutes to dry. So that take that into consideration. So I'm gonna do a little bit more on that one side and then call it a day for the Roman clay. Of course, I'm gonna have to do some cleanup probably tomorrow, but like, look at this mess. It's so messy. My room is a disaster. It's a new day, and as you can see, I put some of the furniture back to how it was, but I'm still gonna be adding my rug. I need to do all that. I cleaned up a lot, so the floor is all clean now, and we are moving on to the curtains. So here's my dad. Shout out to my dad for helping me so much, but he's gonna set up the things that you need to put up the curtain rod. We got the curtains here, testing it out and everything. Curtains are up. So the curtains were looking a little too unstructured for me. This time around, I really was looking at like curtains, like the 2 pages curtains, and I really wanted to have like those nice pleats. So this is how I did like my own DIY kind of 2 pages dupe at home. I got these curtains from Amazon, and then I just did these folds like this, making sure to have all the pleats. So I had 5 pleats for each of these panels, and then I went in and put in these curtain rings. These are super essential to make sure it holds the pleat like that, so then when you hang it up, it's gonna hold that from the very top. But then of course you have to go in and like make sure you fold the rest of the curtains all the way down. It has to, you know, match up and be a nice straight lines. It can be a little bit complicated, but if you just keep going, it will be easier than you think, I promise, but it is time consuming. And then after you get that all figured out, you go into ironing it, and that's what I did. So this whole process took me about, I wanna say like 2 to 3 hours to do 4 panels because I have 2 windows and each of them has 2 panels. So yeah, it took me a while, but so worth it. You're gonna see the final product, and I honestly would do it 1,000 times again because it makes my curtains look so much more elevated and just that look that I was really going for. So I'm so happy that I did it. And here I'm going and just showing you how you really have to iron the pleats in the front and also the back side as well, so that way it looks super nice and crisp. And here I am just watching a video and going in and just, you know, ironing away for the next couple hours. Okay, these are the curtains up now, and honestly, the ironing was worth it. It's like so crisp, these edges like this, and honestly just made the curtains look so much better. Having the curtains like this, it took 3 hours, but it was worth it because honestly it looks a little bit more bougie on a budget, you know what I'm saying? These weren't that expensive. I got them from Amazon, so I can link them down below. I'll link everything down below. I'll have my Amazon storefront with everything that I used for this room makeover, so I'll just title it like room makeover. It'll be like its own little list. But yeah, I got these from Amazon, so not even expensive, but they came, as you saw before, they were just pretty like loose and whatever, and now they honestly look so nice. I really feel like it elevated the room just having this look a lot more structured. And I love the 2 pages curtains, but they're so pricey, so this is like a good little like dupe. If you have any questions, you can let me know. But yeah, I am just so happy with how the curtains turned out. So now let's get this rug in here. This has been one of the parts that I've been most excited for, which is bringing in the rug finally. So I'm about to do that. Next is the bedding, which is also one of my things that I've been most excited to finally do because it's like the final touches, and then my room's going to be ready. So let's go ahead and bring in the carpet right now. Also, I got my rug from West Elm too, and that was a whole ordeal also because it was like I got delayed, everything too, like typical like West Elm stuff. Same thing that happened with my bed. God, do you see this fluffiness? This is what I've been wanting. Now to get it under the bed. Getting this carpet under the bed is so heavy, so I had to call in the reinforcements. My dad's gonna help me because it is so heavy to do this. Look, I did notice how heavy this bed is, and just getting it under there, we have to put it like pretty much all the way underneath, and it is so heavy. Carpet is in, and I cannot believe it. It looks so nice. I love it. It is literally so plush, like so plush that my hand literally gets like lost in there. So now it's on to the bedding, and I can't believe my room's coming together, and honestly it already looks so nice. But I can't wait for the bedding because that's something I was really waiting for. This is the bedding that I bought. I got it from Target. It's by the Casa Luna brand, and yeah, it's just a white comforter, but I just want my room to be a lot brighter. So let's see how this looks. Now for the pillows. So big and fluffy, and this is the pillow covers that I'll be using, which is more like of a linen color. I didn't want to make it all white, so I got this like kind of linen color to match the curtains hopefully. So let's see how that goes. Okay, adding this pillow that I got from at home, and yes, I still have the tag because I want to see what it looks like all put together, and if I don't like it then I may return it because I did just recently get this, but also I might just keep it and maybe you can just get a pillow cover. So I don't know, I'm gonna think about it, but let's see how it looks. Okay, and then now for the final layer of my bed, I got this blanket also from Target from the Casa Luna brand, so let's see how that looks. This is the final product of the bed. I just added this like chunky knit blanket right here at the edge of the bed. There's so many ways you could do this. You could like drape it over the side. You could drape it over more. This would have like a little bit more of a scrunch look. I've seen so many different styles, so I'm gonna play around with that. And I do really like that pillow there, so I do think I'm gonna keep it. I'm gonna go ahead and tear off the tags. But honestly, I am loving how my bed looks. Of course, I have to finish up the rest of the room, which I'm about to do that right now, but I just love the way it looks. I folded this over like you saw. I did it like a double fold. So it's like folded in here, then folded once and folded again to make it look more like fluffy. I love the fluffy look. I would love to even have a comforter eventually or duvet that's like way fluffier, but this will do for now. And I really love the texture. This is like a gauze. I just love it, love it, love it, love it. So that's the bed. And now let's finish up the other little details around the room. I added in my laundry basket here because of course that's something that you need. Here on my dresser, I do plan on adding like probably like a jewelry holder or jewelry organizer here, like one that's closed though, not like the exposed ones that I had before. Maybe I'll add some more sprays, but basically I want to keep it very minimal up here anyways. This I love because I can just put in like whatever that I usually had on the counter right out here, or like even on my keys, and I can just throw it in there and it's nice and covered. So I love the way that looks. This mirror, honestly, I just leaned it on here. I just fixed all the holes in the wall before I painted it, so I'm not about to commit to this yet, so I might be changing this mirror, but I couldn't find anything that I like yet. I didn't want to just have no mirror there because I really like the way a mirror looks over the dresser, but again, I don't know if I love that one so much, so I'm gonna just be on the lookout. I checked a couple of Home Goods, but honestly didn't find anything good recently, so again, I don't want to just buy something just to buy it, so I'm gonna just wait and see if there's something that I end up liking. I would love something more like arched, so that's what I'm gonna try to find. But anyways, that's up there for now. Over here for my desk area, I had a mirror up here, and also I am not so convinced that I love that mirror, so I didn't even put it up here because I didn't want it to like damage the wall or anything. So I am going to also search for another mirror here. This is a desk, but it's also, I mean, it's actually a vanity. I use it as a desk, but I'm thinking about getting a mirror to make it more like a vanity. Last things over here on this wall, I want to put some artwork, but I actually want to do like a DIY. I just want to do like a white on white art. Like, I don't know what it's called exactly, but I'm going to look it up, and maybe that's something that I end up doing as a little project because I saw some at Home Goods, and I think I mentioned in the previous video, but it's like really expensive it's so simple, so I feel like it shouldn't be that expensive. So anyways, I'd rather save some money and do it myself in a nice little like DIY project to do also. And I am just loving my room. I love all these updates. I can't believe finally I have like everything done. The only thing that I will say that's kind of a fail with this whole project is the Roman clay wall that's supposed to be back here. So I did do the Roman clay as you saw, but it's just the color was not good. And it's not that the color itself is bad, it's just that on my wall it was exact same color and it just blended in too much. So I should have actually gone for something a little bit more, a little darker tone. There was like a more taupey color, and that's the one that I honestly should have gone for. And again, I was just trying to save some money because I didn't want to buy the samples and pay the shipping because there's like no free shipping on that website. So anywho, you live and you learn. I may eventually end up buying another paint, but it was pretty expensive, and then trying to do that again, but not right now. I'm like closing that for now. I don't want to work on that. But yeah, so that's the only thing that is like a little disappointing because I really wanted to have that Roman clay wall. But you know, you live and you learn, like I said, so we'll try it again at some point maybe, or I'll just think of something else to do on that wall. Other than that, I really love everything. And with that, my room makeover is complete. I am so happy. I love it so much. Just looking at my bed, like, love it so much. The bed of my dreams. And again, like I said, there's still some modifications I need to do, but nothing that I want to, like, they're like little details, so I don't want to rush into like anything. Even there on my nightstand actually, which like my dresser nightstand, I also may want to end up changing that to something different. Maybe even the jewelry holder organizer, I'll end up putting it over there. I'm so excited with how everything turned out. I'm so happy. already. It definitely took a little bit longer than 24 hours, especially with letting the paint dry, because it took some time to dry, and then like there was just still a really strong smell in here, so I feel like I had to just like air out the room a lot, opening the windows and all that. So, but yeah, and if you've been watching my videos for a while, you know my room has gone through like so many changes, I feel like, just trying to get to this transformation eventually. So I went from having my old style room, changing my headboard. That was a whole ordeal. I ended up having like no bed, like no headboard. My bed was literally on the floor. Everything was just like a disaster. So anyways, I am just so happy with how this turned out. It looks a lot lighter in here already. It looked more airy, and that's what I really wanted to go for, like a lot lighter. I have this furniture here, which I could have changed also. Like ideally I would have wanted to change that too, but that is just too much money that I did not want to spend right now. I do really like them. I just wish they were white, honestly, now. Other than that, I really am just so happy to finally have my room. I am just in love with the rug, with everything. I just love it so much. I'm just so happy that this room makeover is complete, and that is one of the big things on kind of like, I guess you can say like my bucket list of this year off that I'm having right now while I am unemployed. I'm so happy to like check this off the list, complete, and now on to the next project. I have so many other projects that I want to do, other DIY things, other like room transformations in this house, so a lot of that to look forward to. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Don't forget to give the video a like, subscribe if you haven't already, and if you have any questions, I'm gonna link anything that I bought here, a lot from Amazon, some things are from like West Elm, but I'll link that all down below. But if you have any questions, let me know too, and I'm happy to like let you know where I got things from, even if they're like older things that, you know, I didn't buy new right now for the makeover. Also got a lot of stuff from Target too. Almost forgot. A lot of the details are from Target. The bedding, a lot of it's from Target. Let me know what you guys think, and don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.